Good morning. For those of you I've yet met, my name is Sheila Hoffman and I'm the Interim Superintendent of Schools. I began this position on July 1st and it's been quite an experience so far. There have been countless hours of work, a lot of unknowns, a lot of questions to answer. I've had many people say things to me like, "I don't envy you at all. Why would you ever want to be a superintendent now? Did you know what you were signing up for? Your job must be really tough these days." I typically give a little shoulder shrug and a chuckle and try to change the topic. As a proud graduate of the Agawam Public Schools, I'd like to tell you my response to those comments this morning. Yes, I want to be your superintendent. I did sign up for this. And yes, the job is tough, really tough. There's no previous year's plan to follow. But I ask all of you this morning to think back in your years of education and try to remember years that were exactly the same. For the most part, every new year brings new students, new curriculum, new standards, maybe even a new subject to teach or grade level. New technology or instructional tools are introduced. New initiatives start and stop. Educators are used to change. Perhaps not at this large of a scale, but we are constantly adapting to what is thrown our way. I'm sure many of you feel that with all the challenges we face as educators, we find equal reward and satisfaction in the work that we do with students. We also know that our success comes from packed support from our colleagues and staff. I want to share a short story with you. Some of you might be familiar with it already. It's about a U.S. Navy jet pilot in Vietnam named Charles Plum. After 75 combat missions, his plane was destroyed by a surface-to-air missile. Plum was ejected and parachuted into enemy hands. He was captured and spent 6 years in a communist Vietnamese prison. He survived. Years later, Plum and his wife were sitting in a restaurant when a man at the other table came up and said, "You're Plum. You flew jet fighters in Vietnam from the aircraft carrier Kitty Hawk. You were shot down." "How in the world did you know that?" said Plum. "I packed your parachute," the man replied. Plum gasped in surprise and gratitude. The man pumped his hand and said, "I guess it worked." Plum assured him, "It sure did. If your chute hadn't worked, I wouldn't be here today." Plum couldn't sleep that night, thinking about the man. He kept wondering what he might have looked like in a Navy uniform, with a white hat, a bib in the back, and bell-bottom trousers. I wonder how many times I have seen him and not even said good morning or how are you or anything, because you see, I was a fighter pilot and he was just a sailor. Plum thought of the many hours the sailor had spent on the long wooden tables in the bowels of the ship, carefully weaving the shrouds and folding the silks of each chute, holding in his hand each time the fate of someone he didn't even know. Everybody has someone who provides what they need to make it through the day, and there are many kinds of parachutes. We need a physical parachute, mental parachutes, emotional parachutes. We call on these supports before we reach safety. Who's packing your parachute? This year, I ask you to prioritize 3 things: safety, well-being, and relationship building. I ask you to prioritize these areas for yourself, for your colleagues, and for your students. I also invite you to embrace the changes that we are facing as educators and take the opportunity to be innovative. Try something new. Together, we will pack each other's parachutes. Together, we will pack our students' parachutes. Together, we are strong. Together, we are Agawam. And with that, we know Convocation looks different this year. I typically have the entire administrative team up on stage with me. I'd be remiss if I did not acknowledge their extreme dedication to their work this summer in developing their reopening plans. Thank you. In addition, we typically would have a special presentation after the superintendent's message. I'm happy to say we still have a special presentation for you this year. And I have to say it was the product of people coming together, working together, stepping up, and making the best of a situation. So a special thank you to our talented music educators, especially Paul Sawyer for his original song. A very heartfelt, deep thank you to Ann Flynn, who made this entire convocation happen. Thank you.
We are educators. We are strong, smart, resilient, and determined. No matter what this year throws at us, we've got this. In spite of all the change and challenges we will face this upcoming school year, we will rise to the challenge. Our students here in Agawam need us more than ever.
We're here for you, and we're excited to make this year a success.
Can't wait to unmask all of your potential this year.
This school year will be filled with twists and turns, but together, we've got this.
We are so excited to be able to see you again.
You are magic to our students.
This year we're going to make a difference.
I'm ready to roll up my sleeves and work as a team, and I know that we're going to face some challenges, but we're also going to celebrate some success. And I can't imagine a better group of people to face challenges and celebrate success with.
No matter what path we take, we're always on this journey together.
We can and will succeed this year, together.
We are so proud of our staff and students.
Although the years don't look different, we are excited to start up. We're in this together. It's going to be a challenge, but we're up for it.
Every job has its ups and downs, but not every job can change a life.
Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back, Agawam. From learning to lunches, we're in this together. Have a great school year.
Good luck, best wishes, and remember, we don't like to lose, so go out there and win the day. Go Brownies.
So we know this is a crazy start to the year, and we appreciate everything that all you guys are doing. Just letting you know, we're here if you need us. Reach out, please, because Lord knows we're going to be reaching out to you.
We can't wait to work with you this school year.
I know that our staff is going to do everything they can to make this the best possible year for our students. I've never felt luckier to be surrounded by the people that I am.
Although school may look a little different to all of you when you come back, the one thing that will be the same is the people that are here for you.
Together.
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 Together we got this. Together we are strong.
Together we stand.
For our staff.
For our students.
Together, we are amazing.
Together, we are Agawam.
Together, we are Agawam.